Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll talk about arithmetic progression and its main formulas we need. First, I think the best way to understand what the arithmetic progression is to write very simple sequence. For example, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and so on. Can you find any pattern here in this sequence? And I think it's very easy and you found this very easily. What's the pattern? Every number increases by 3, right? So, in arithmetic progression, we call it common difference, and it's simply called D. So, D or common difference is step size between each number. Okay, uh, very easy way to find common difference is to subtract, for example, an minus an minus 1, and it's d. So, on example of our sequence, it would be, for example, 5 minus 2, and it's 3, or maybe 8 minus 5, or 11 minus 8. All of them is 3, so you can subtract any neighboring numbers and you will get common difference. Okay, so we can circle this formula because it's important. One more formula is that if you add, for example, first term and third term and divide by 2, you will get 5. So, first term, third term, and second term. Okay, to understand why this formula works like that, we should write this sequence in formula style, which would be a, then a plus common difference, and a plus 2 times d, then a plus 3 times d, and so on. Like, to understand why this sequence works, it's 2, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 2 times 3, and 2 plus 3 times 3. So it's literally same, but it's written in formula style. Okay, if you get first term and add the third term, then divide by 2, it's a plus 2d, because it's 2a plus 2d over 2. And, uh, sorry, a plus d. And it's same as second term. So, to write it easy way, if you have sequence of a, b, and c, 2b equals a plus c. Okay, this is second formula we need to know. Now, if we want to find, for example, fifth term, for example, here is 14, it was very easy for me to find that. But if we want to find hundredth term, thousand, or any other, it will be maybe a little harder. So we need some formula to find it easier way. So if you look closely, this sequence, everywhere we have a, and if we write that t sub n equals a plus something, and this something would be um, difference times n minus 1. Uh, if you have questions about why n minus 1, it's because, for example, this one is second term but it's 1 times d. And this one is third, but it's 2 times d. So we need here n minus 1. And this is third formula, but let's check it how it works. For example, t sub 10 to find 10th term. It is a is 2 in our example, 2 plus 10 minus 1 times, and common difference is 3 in our example. So it's 2 plus 9 times 3, and it's 27 plus 2, and it's 29. Okay, this formula really works, and it's really important formula. And what we left? If we want to find sum of the first n terms, for example, to find sum of the, for example, 4 terms, it will be 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11, and it's 26, and it's very easy. But again, if we want to find sum of the first 100 terms, it would be hard. So we need to create other formula again. So in arithmetic progression, average mean is very easy to find, and it's first term plus last term over 2. And if you multiply both sides by n, it would be sum of the n terms in the sequence. So to write it in a better way is that sum of the first n terms in the sequence is n over 2 times a plus a sub n. Okay. We can check this formula on 4, so first 4 terms, and it will be 4 under 2 times first term is 2 plus, and fourth term is 11, and it's 2 times 13, so it's 26. 26, it's the same, and formula works. And if you look here, an, it's same as that tn. So tn was to find what's the number on any place in the sequence, and an is the same. So you can put this here, and we get a new formula, which is Sn equals n over 2 times this a, and a becomes 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And this is new formula to find also last term in the sequence to find sum. And these four formulas, these 5 formulas are the most important in arithmetic progression. And good luck.